Hello, my name is Karl Marx. I was one of the people who impacted the Industrial Revolution, trying to reform it. In this program, you will hear my ideas like communism and everything I did for the Reformation. There was much negativity during this time, and my idea helped those. Karl Marx, that's me. Where did I come from? I was born Jewish, but when I was 6 years old, my family became baptized as Protestants. My father owned a textile mill where I went to school. Later, I studied at college for law. Quickly after, though, my father moved me to another university because my interests had changed and because I was getting in too much trouble, and actually got thrown in jail. At this time, my ideas of wanting to go into law changed. I found interest in reading and philosophy. Shortly after, I met a guy named Frederick Engels. His parents sent him to Manchester, where I was living, and met in an office. At first, I misunderstood him, and we did not get along. While he was here, though, he noticed how bad child labor was affecting people and the society. I became interested in the treatment and equality of people. I knew what was going on was wrong and not justified. This is where my idea of communism came, which we will talk about in the next. Communism. Frederick and I believed in communism. We worked together to write a pamphlet on how we think the government should be run. This will be explained in this segment of the show. Young gentlemen, please stop sneezing. You're ruining the effect. It's trying to be dramatic effect here, buddy. You're not helping, okay? Okay, thanks. I knew we needed to take a solution to solve the fight of power. I think of communism as a way of socialism. There wouldn't be any private ownership or private property. Every business would be owned by people or investors. The businesses will succeed because no one will be making money. Will succeed because not only will they be making money from the products, but they will be making money on the people owning it. Everyone would share the profits equally, fairly, and there wouldn't be any fight for power. My ideas of communism consisted of people owning factories, agriculture, communication, transportation, and other sorts of products. There would be controlled labor by the government, and hopefully one day education could be improved. I feel strongly that we should be able to trust the government to take care of our lives. We need to be able to make money ourselves, but also be regulated. This is the only way equal treatment will occur. My idea became known as Marxism. I wrote the Communist Manifesto, and Frederick Engels wrote Principles of Communism. I tried to make it so there would be no upper class and that poverty would be just as successful as everyone else. Part 3. I said, the Industrial Revolution had enriched the wealthy and impoverished the poor. Meaning, the wealthy people, like factory owners, made more money than they already had and became wealthier. The poor, like factory owners, just progressively got poorer than they already were. The jobs consisting of hard work, but they didn't pay well at all. No. I just think that the Industrial Revolution mostly had all negative effects. Nothing really came important or positive out of this time of the period. Child labor was a huge problem during this time. First of all, children weren't being educated because they were stuck working in factories. Second, I find it disturbing how dangerous and dirty the factories' work was. I believe that the work was not age appropriate. I believe that the people used them there so business would succeed. The children wouldn't talk back, they didn't do anything but good work, and they didn't need to be paid much, if anything. By doing this, it was negatively affecting the society because the generation of kids wouldn't gain any intelligence, and the work affect children's health. Nothing was being done to help these children. The negative results of the Industrial Revolution was the extreme divide in our social structure. I believe that the Industrial Revolution only benefited the wealthy, and turned them into gluttons for greed.
While we were making thousands in profit, the divide between the poor became so deep that after the revolution, the poor were completely impoverished. One possible viewpoint on this is that the wealthy will obviously deserve the money they make, and they will have families to support as well.
However, this is a completely gratuitous perspective. Many of the businesses use cruel and should be illegal practices such as child labor to run their businesses. My views on this are extremely negative because our people deserve better. Radical socialism believes that the divides between our classes are almost unbearable.
Please, sir, free me from the orphanage. Just buy a loaf of bread for me before the winter comes.
The solution to this is for our people to unite. The only way that we will be able to close the gap between classes is for all of us to become one. If we can all commit to being an equal social class where the wealth is being shared and evenly distributed, we will have no prejudices and discrimination when it comes to wealth. Another solution I have is to revolt against the wealthy. I predict that we will overthrow our oppressors in the future, so in order to see equality, we must fight as one. Everything that we will do must be to the benefit of the people. If we can create a dictatorship of the proletariat, we will be able to create our own governing body. My third and final solution is what I call pure communism. In this form of complete socialism, it means that all production, land, mines, business, factories, and railroads will be owned by the people. There will be no need for government. Private property will no longer exist and all goods and services shall be shared.